Before we actually delve into what really is happening at the NDA meeting, we'll of course be bringing you all the breaking news updates from there. But let me introduce my guests on the broadcast who continue to be with us through the course of this 1 hour to discuss what should we expect out of the opposition meeting, and also on the other hand, this big NDA meeting that's currently happening. Rajeev Panday of the BJP is with us. Mathew Antony of the Congress is with us. Riju Datta of the Trinamool Congress is also with us, and also joining us this evening is senior journalist Mr. RK Upadhyay. Now, Mr. Panday, let me begin with you. Rajeev Panday, the fact that it's a big meeting of the NDA that's currently underway, and it is really important to ask you that one question. I just listed out those 8 political parties. Many of them are really small players. They don't even have a representation in the Lok Sabha, and yet their being with the BJP becomes important. Why is that?
You can remember that SVSP was with BJP in 2014 Vidhan Sabha election, and BJP has won more than 330 seats. So they have come back. It's not like they are not the new alliance partner. They were with us. LJP was our partner. They contested 6 seats and won all 6 seats. ARSU, we had HAM, VIP. Do you understand all the names you have said? You said that BJP is not good at keeping their alliance partner happy. I do not agree with this, because in Bihar, Nitish, when he was having only 7 seats and we had 40 seats, we projected him as a CM. Yeah. This first time I am talking about, when Samta Party was there. And then today, when Nitish was having just 40 odd seats and we were around 80 seats, we projected him, we made him CM. So it is not like that. In case of Maharashtra also, because you will talk about only these 2 cases made, Shiv Sena contested election almost similar seats. They won 50 seats. We won around 99 seats. This time, last time at our own, we won 122 seats. So BJP is very good at keeping alliance, and that's why all alliance partners are there with us. The issue is
many of them have returned, and that's why I also reiterated there, Mr. Panday. I'm not saying all of them are new entrants. I also said a lot of them are returnees. But before you actually make your point further, let me actually bring in Mr. RK Upadhyay to throw further light and add to what you're really saying. Mr. Upadhyay, if the BJP is so sure of the numbers, what is the reason for showing this strength of the 38 as opposed to the 26 of the opposition parties? I would bring you back in, Mr. Rajeev Panday. I just want one perspective from Mr. Upadhyay, and then I'll come back to you. Yes, Mr. Upadhyay.
I think today's meeting in Bangalore has rattled BJP a little bit. Okay. I think that is something that is obvious, because they had not called the NDA meeting for a long time. And suddenly they remember that there is something called NDA and they need to get their allies together. Okay. I think, see, even the so-called India, I think they've come up with a good name, no doubt. Now they'll say that, India is pitted against the BJP, or BJP is pitted against India. So they can claim that. But to what extent this alliance will work, one has to see. Because, see, they've achieved 3 things today. 1, giving themselves a name. Secondly, announcing a coordination committee. It's going to be set up. And thirdly, they will have a secretariat in Delhi. So these are 3, easy things to do. And they've done that. But the more important issues of alliance, of having the seat sharing, and then the leader of this grouping. Yes. So these are, very crucial issues which they have brushed aside. In fact, the questions were asked of Mr. Kharge as to who is going to lead this alliance. And then how are you going to do the seat sharing? Oh, these are small things. We'll look into it later. So, what they've achieved today is very little. But the fact that they've come together and they look more formidable alliance than an alliance that was there in 2019, yes, I think has made BJP realize that they need to get their act together to win the next elections.
Okay, quick point by Mr. Mathew Antony before I bring back Mr. Panday in. Mr. Antony, do you think the Congress, and in a larger sense this entire grand alliance of opposition forces now called India, they are still staying away from the crucial question? And I'm not just restricting myself to who is going to be the chief ministerial face, who's going to lead the alliance. What about a common minimum program?
On this day of 18th July, the parties together have hereby adopted, enacted, and given to ourselves this name of India. You should understand that, if these all parties having different political reasonings have come together for a reason. They have come together for a reason because they find a common opponent in the BJP, not because of the BJP's political ideology, because they are destroying the idea of India. They are creating imbalance in India. All institutions are destroyed. Peace is destroyed. Nobody in BJP wants to speak about Manipur. Nobody wants to speak about the restless issue. Nobody wants to speak about the price rise. And that's the non-democratic alliance. You have thrown out your alliance partners for the last 3 years. Where were your such love and memory for the last 3 years from 2019 onwards? It's a non-democratic alliance. BJP was oppressing their alliance, throwing away their alliances, piggybacking on the regional parties and then throwing them out of their states. So people have seen this. So this is where we are coming together. Now we have announced a common minimum, common agenda, 11 committee people who should be formed. And then, there's a secretariat formed. Nothing can be happening overnight.
Okay.
Things will be formed. There's another session which is planned, another summit which is planned in Mumbai. And we will be forming the rest of the staircase, from there. Okay. And we are not going to kind of, say that, no, we are just forming everything overnight. There are things to be discussed and people are openly saying that, no, we have different political views and we have to come together for a common cause. And this is where we are on this.
Okay.
So
we'll talk further about that common cause, and I hope that this is not just restricted to be an anti-Modi alliance as opposed to the other larger goals that it needs to fulfill, if at all it will be, or if it wishes to be in power. Let me bring back Mr. Panday now. Mr. Panday, they're calling this a non-democratic alliance as far as the NDA is concerned. And the idea of India has been juxtaposed to this new nomenclature that the opposition alliances got themselves.
Dehaji, thanks for again bringing back, because this is 3 versus 1, so we'll have to give a little more time.
I've just spoken to 2 players right now. Riju Datta is still left, but yeah, I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
No, there are 3. Even Upadhyay is talking like a Congressee. I understand.
No, he's the only neutral voice. Trust me.
Yeah, no. I have no problem. No, I don't want to. I just want to say this alliance, they are making some alliance, and even if this alliance, BJP got 303 seats. Out of 225 seats we won under the leadership of Modi ji, where we polled more than 50% vote. Then you will say, why you are getting all these alliance partners? Let me respond that. That is very important. LJP, led by Chirag Paswan ji, is the strongest voice from Dalit community in Bihar. HAM, led by Majhi Sahab. He is a Musar community, rare teachers. He is Mahadalit. Come to Mukesh Sahni. He is a Mallah community from UP and Bihar. If you go every party, Sudesh Mahato, then you are talking about OP Rajbhar. Then you are talking about JDU. The 2 top leaders, RCP Singh, their ex-president, has joined BJP, and the biggest mass leader from JDU, who is from Query community, that is Upendra Kushwaha ji, has deserted JDU. So what is happening, you understand. BJP is trying for Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, and whoever has gone left us. Shiv Sena is right now with us. This Uddhav Thackeray is the 11th party. Shiv Sena, Uddhav, Balasar Thackeray, Shiv Sena, UBT. Shiv Sena is with us. And whatever they have committed error, the people have punished, and their own people have punished Uddhav Thackeray. Now he is my friend from Antony, I don't know from which state he is. He's in NDA non-democratic alliance.
Mathew
What
Antony.
alliance today they have? So what Antony Sahab, what he has said, non-democratic, I do not want to talk like this, but I am saying what alliance they have made. It is an infiltrator, Naxal dynast Islamist alliance. I don't want to come to that level. It is an alliance of the infiltrators.
So you still had it written down, Mr. Panday. Come on. But Mr. Panday, let me actually ask you this. Let me ask you this. Okay.
Did you say this? That why you are saying non-democratic? I am saying again, infiltrator, Naxal dynast, Islamic alliance. This is, they are getting support of all these people.
I am just responding to this, that you did not want to say it. You said you did not wanted to say it, but you have still said it because you had it written down, right? You wanted a point to make. You had a point to make. Okay.